everybody. I wanted to give you a little bit of a perspective about the 2020 Chevy Traverse and how I like it from a mom's point of view. I'm the mom of two little kids and this is our main family car. So I just wanted to kind of walk you through what I really like about it, what I wish was a little bit different. Come on, let's take a look. So this is the Chevy Traverse LT. It's a really sleek design. Mine is just a black car. It has 3 full rows. I don't really know too much about the specifications because I mostly just bought it as a mom-mobile. One of the things I really like about it is it has the outside lock, so I don't have to like dig my keys out. So here's inside the car. It is a very clean looking vehicle. I have the cloth seats. In the panel it has 2 USB ports right up here. This car is loaded with USB ports. There's also one on the back of this panel, and there's also 2 in the way back. This is a 3-row car. This one has the 2 captain seats, which we really liked, and as you can see I have 2 car seats in mine, so that's really great. There's lots of storage under here, and a lot of storage here in the glove compartment, and there's lots of nooks and crannies that are perfect for like sticking all kinds of stuff, like pretty good on the cup holders and all that kind of jazz. Let's talk about configuration. My family, we really wanted the 2 captain's chairs, which the Chevy Traverse has. They fit our 2 car seats great. Both of our kids are still rear facing, so they fit really well. The only downside to this configuration is to get somebody into the back seat. There is just not a whole lot of space to squeeze in there. I'm pretty little, so I can move the seat forward, and someone who is small can fit here to squeeze through the back, but like my husband can't fit behind me, so that can be kind of hard to utilize the back seat. So just fair warning, it's not always super easy to get extra people in that 3rd row, but it's great to have that 3rd row, and you can fit up to 7 passengers in this particular version of the Chevy Traverse. So one of my favorite things about this car is the remote start. It's really easy to handle. I don't have to dig my keys out of my purse before I get going, so that's really great. And if you want to start the car from inside the house, which for me is really useful because I live in the South, if you do dig your keys out of your purse, there's a pretty easy remote start option, and that'll start to cool the car down, which is really great when you have littles. Okay, so one of our biggest things that we needed in a car was front and back AC, because I always run really cold. So that's what's fantastic about this. It's really easy to navigate. It's right here on the home panel, and I can just cool it or make it hotter or colder depending on who's sitting in the car. So that was really key, and I'll show you from the back too. So like I said, you can also control that AC right here from the back as well. Hey, let's talk about the trunk for a second. It's got a power liftgate, which is awesome. Got pretty good cargo room. This is one of the bigger cargo rooms that we saw when we were looking at cars for this 3-row, not huge profile SUV. These seats go down, which is fantastic if you need the extra space. But truthfully, boop, I can fit 2 strollers in here with that 3rd row up without too much trouble, but that's about the limits of where we're at. There's tons of cargo space down here too, you guys. That's not a spare tire. I love it. So that's really super fantastic. And by the way, if you're like going to grandma's house for Christmas, it's a great place to hide the presents, which I love. Just mom real thought. Okay, so up here, I hope you can see it. There's like a little click button that'll just make that, it makes the hatch go right on down. So that's really awesome. Okay, so love the trunk. It's super great. Let's see. The other thing about the trunk though, is that's not the only place that you can open it from. You can also open it from the side of the car panel. So right down here, this little button lets you open and close it. And one of the really cool features is it has like a 3/4 option. So if your garage door won't let you get the clearance to open it, you can only open it like a 3/4 of the way, which is pretty darn cool. Trying to think what else I really like about this car. It's got Apple Play, which is great. So I can just plug in my car right away. Oh, you can also open the trunk from the keys, which is super great. I mentioned how many USB ports there are, which is awesome. So, and it's Bluetooth enabled. So that's been really nice. You don't need a navigation system because it has Apple Play if you have an Apple product. And I think it has a version for Android as well. It'll just use your Google Maps or whatever, and it'll come right up on the display. So the display is pretty cool. You see that I have Apple Play, but there is Android Auto too. So that's there as well. But it can sync to, you know, your Spotify, your Google Maps, and it'll just help you get from place to place. So if I like plugged in a destination, it would highlight it up and it would tell me the directions just as if it were on my phone. So that's great. It also will read your text messages to you or your phone calls or whatever it is. So that's pretty awesome. Other things I really like about this car, it doesn't feel like a huge high profile car. It feels like a pretty standard SUV. I went from I drove an Equinox before this one. Now I drive the Traverse because we needed that third row. But it doesn't feel way bigger than that. I feel safe on the road. I feel secure on the road. This particular car, and each version has like slightly different technologies, but this particular one has the side blinker and the like the lane assist, as well as the blind spot indicator. And there's what that little emblem looks like. It lights up orange when you are next to another car. This car also has a pretty legit backup camera. I really like it. It works really well. I feel like it has really good visual, really good clearance. I'm gonna back up a little bit here. If I were to get a little too close to the bushes, boop boop, it'll start beeping at me. Maybe I'm not close enough. There we go. It beeps at you and gives you that warning. So it's really great. It gives you that visual acuity, which is really pretty awesome. Now let me show you one of the absolute coolest features of this car. Are you ready? Rear seat reminder. Look in rear seat. You guys, this is one of the reasons that I bought this car. It is already stifling in this car, and I literally just had the AC running. And I just wanted one small thing to help me remember, make sure that I got my kids out of the car. Here's what's really cool about the rear seat reminder from Chevrolet. It doesn't work off of like weight, so it's not whether it feels the weight in the car, which is really good because there's a car seat back there. So how would you ever know that? It does it based off of if you opened and closed the back door between the last time you started the car. So since I just showed you back kind of what the back of the car looks like, and then I closed the door and then I started it, as soon as I turned off the car, it said, hey, we think there might be something in the back seat because you opened that door. It beeps. It's enough to make me look. It's right there on the instrument panel. It really is just one of those nice little extra features for a mom. It's really clutch. I really do love it. All right, so I just turned off the car. I'm gonna hop out now. I'm gonna show you one more pretty cool feature. I'm out of the car and I just shut the door and oh no, what was that sound? I left the remote control. I left my keys in the car. So it has like anti-lock-in technology so that you don't accidentally leave your keys in the car. So that's pretty cool. Like I don't even think I could lock it if I tried. So that's pretty cool as well. So that's it. This is the Chevy Traverse. Like I said, this is a 2020 model. It's an LT. There's a lot of different configurations for like safety features, but most of the ones I showed you are relatively standard from what I know. I don't work for Chevy. I'm just a mom who uses this car every day to cart her kids around and has really enjoyed having it. So if you have questions, drop them below. I'll do my best to come back and check them. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. Subscribe, watch some more videos, and have a great day.